Hey guys, I know I just got it all built and now I'm tearing it apart again. But I didn't get to demo the thing for you guys and show you the props working and the gear and stuff working. I can show you that now real quick, but what I'm in the process of doing, and I'll show you here in just a minute, is going to be putting some lighting in this. The only lighting I was able to find on this thing, and it's newer models, the models that are still flying, but I did find some of the older ones. The only lights they really had were interior lights for the crew, obviously. And then I saw some lights by the gear. Obviously, they could turn those on if they wanted to. I didn't really see flashing lights and stuff like that. Obviously, they were bombers for missions and things like that. But when they were coming into land at night, they had to visually check out of both doors to see if the gear was down, and if it was dark and stuff like that, they could turn lights on down out there by the gears. So I have found some superpower LEDs, the Cree LEDs, the 3 watts, that I'm going to have on each side of the landing gear, the bay area, where it would look like it would be kind of scale. Other than that, I'm just going to put some LEDs, some green stuff back there, just to kind of show that there's, you know, some sort of lighting inside the thing. You know, green, kind of, you know, hard to see. You know, well, nobody will see it but me. You know, low light conditions, just something fun to do. Anyway, for right now, I thought I'd at least fire it up for you guys, give you a quick demo. Turn on the radio. The Admiral Gyro receiver that I used on this, I've mounted in the back here, and the wires fit perfectly right across the top. And I finally did get it to work. There was a little bit of controversy at one point. I would pull back the elevator, and the elevator would go up, but the rudders would go over. And for the longest time, I just couldn't figure it out. And I realized, you know, make sure you do your adjustments and everything first with the thing. All your radio stuff should all be set to normal, okay, regardless of the controls and stuff on the thing. If you find that there's an adjustment necessary, you do it on the unit first to get the correction adjustment. Then after that, you can adjust your radio and, you know, switch the throw direction. Okay, and then that seemed to do it. And now it's been working not twice now. This would be the 3rd time I fired it up. But let's hope for grins. Now I've taken the and put a little hole in here because I'm going to put a green LED through there. I'm going to frost it so that it's kind of it's not an intense LED. I want it to be kind of like a green light bulb, so to say, very soft, soft bulb. So that's an experiment. We're going to try that. But I'm going to put this back on anyway. It looks better. And then, well, I did get this one set. I took the window back off again because I am going to put a servo in there. I got a Metal Gear servo. Happened to have one, so I didn't have to buy anything yet. So I'm going to put a Metal Gear servo in there to turn the turret. And I am shopping right now for either an FPV all-in-one camera that has at least 200 milliwatt that'll fit in this thing, because then I would just put a piece of tape on each side and it would stay. But the servo will be turning it, so I can aim it, and I'll do it on a slider. Put it on adjust it on one of the sliders, or even the turn knobs on the radio itself. So that's what I'm intending to do. But for right now, I'm just one step at a time here. Let's not get it in the way of the props and put the greenhouse on right now. That's the easiest one to just take off and fly while I'm working on this one anyway, guys. Get that out of the way because these props tend to suck things up sometimes. Okay, so we have ailerons working, elevator working. But now, like I say, with the problem that I had with the gyro, first time I installed it, everything seemed to work. But when I started having to change the gyro direction, I had already switched one of the directions in my radio. And then where everything went from working, I pulled back on the elevator like that, and instead of getting that, I would get that. Push down on the elevator, it would go that way. Now the same thing with the rudder. If I pulled left on the rudder, elevators would come up. I'm like, oh man, I don't have it mixed wrong. So I traced every single wire back. I went through that box and traced them, and I checked them with a servo tester. And it's like, yeah, everything works. I'm thinking it's in the box, right? And then it dawns on me, it's got to be the gyro receiver. You know, what else can it be? And it dawned on me, from another gyro, it said always do the corrections at the gyro first. Everything on the radio has to be dead across. I forgot, it's been a while since I installed those things. Let's put the kill switch, safe switch on. Okay, but you'll notice that gyros work. Now if I turn the plane this way, okay, you look at the control surfaces, I'll hit the panic switch, and you'll see that the control surfaces will change to right. You hold it until it's right, and then you could release your switch. Okay? Same thing, look at the elevator. We're in a climbing position, and the elevator comes up. Or let's put it in a diving position so you guys can see it. Okay, dive position, hit the panic, comes up, and as it's coming up, they go down. Okay, so they work. I'm holding the panic switch. So in other words, guys, you could fly it that way, and instead of hooking it to a panic switch, I'm assuming that, you know, if you can fly it that way, you should be able to hook it to a panic or hook the panic switch to just an I switch where you're just flying it around with the auto level, and you know, still be able to steer to a certain degree, but it won't let you crash. Just a thought. I'm gonna have to test it up in the air, but it's worth a try. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys a demonstration. We got the gears and everything working. All this stuff kind of works.
Gear down.
And flaps, I've got to adjust my flaps yet. They don't know what they're doing yet.
Take off flaps.
See, they're going up.
Landing flaps. Take off flaps. Flaps up.
I just have to adjust the throws on the radio. I had it set for the for it one time, but I lost the bind on the radio when I was screwing around. So I cleared the model and reset everything, and that's one of the things I didn't go back and fix, was the flaps. So flaps are actually adjusted right. I just have to tune it in with the radio now. But everything else works. And for what we wanted to see was kill switch works. Turn off the radio, and it works. Turn back on the radio.
Warning, throttle high.
So, yeah, everything looking good, guys.
Gear down.
I want to assign a throttle on or throttle off to that switch. I can do that too. I just haven't done it yet. Thanks for watching. I'll give you a closer, another view. In fact, I'll give you a quick roundabout of what I'm going to do. Okay, the LEDs, Cree LEDs, they come like this. You can wire them yourself, but they're going to need heat sinks. I don't have any actual heat sinks laying around, but you know, the pennies these days are pretty much made out of a lot of aluminum. So I'm going to epoxy a couple of them together, stick them on there, under the wing, wire up too. The wing is, the wire is going to go through the wing, Here, hold on one second there, set the camera carefully. I'm going to loosen the wings a little bit, pull them out just a tad, or look at this side over here. See, there's a ton of room. So I'm just going to be able to, and the light's only going that far, okay? So we're only going from basically there to there. So it's a short little piece, and it's going to have a one of these connectors on the end of both wings, okay? And then the light's going down, just a little LED, a little green LED back there for the passenger compartment, bomb area, gunner compartment and stuff. Go right back through, and it's going to have another extension that goes all the way up through to do the front lighting. And then in between there'll be another one of these. So I'm going to end up having about 3 of these right here. And for the canopy, we've got the hole drilled. There's going to be a little length of a lead that's going to reach right up over the top of the canopy where all the other pigtails are at. And for that, I've got a little battery device already tested to see that it works works the lights. And this I'll probably mount underneath this tray down in there. But I haven't decided yet. We'll see what's most convenient. With the batteries out, I should be able to just tuck it in there real nicely, and you know, get it those little pigtails every time I want to use it. If I don't want to use it, it's got an on-off switch, and just turn them off, turn them on. Okay, simple as that. If I don't want to use part of them, if say all I want to use is the wing landing lights, because nobody can see the inside lights or anything, I could just disconnect those and just run the ones. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've taken the window off of the canopy cockpit, and I took the window back off back here so that I can get in there and run the wire up and around. I want to make it look like a lamp that's been mounted up there, make it look nice. It looks like a nice little room back there, you know. It had a place to sit and stuff like that. I don't want to just stick a light back there somewhere sticking right in the middle of the seat. It looks stupid, so we'll put it up next to the window or something like that, you know. All right, hope you guys like it. Talk to you later. Show it when it's all done, and we'll take it out for a taxi test. Thanks for watching. This is Skip, and signing out for now. Well, the sun causing a lot of glare. Nice plane though, guys. Loaded with possibilities for mods of every kind. I mean, I've had thoughts of, like I say, I'm going to put either a regular camera in here or an FPV camera that has a DVR built in. So I'm shopping the market. I've been on pages and pages and pages for a couple of days now, looking at all the different things. Any really good, and the size, it has to fit, and it can't be too heavy because this is going to be on the front of the plane, guys. Okay, it'll be the difference between running, you know, the 3600 Pros or the 4000s that they call for. They're about the same weight, or having to go down to 3000s if I'm going to be running a lot of weight up here. Okay, so try to keep it as light as possible. Any recommendations on that camera setup? You know, all-in-one, 200-watt output cloverleaf antenna would be cool because you see there's not a lot of clearance. Let me know. Leave a suggestion in the comments, and appreciate time, guys. Have a good one. We will talk to you guys later.